going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Just doing some shore fishing today. I have my 2 rods out and I am going for catfish. I haven't specifically targeted catfish in a long time, and I only had like an hour and a half of daylight to kill, and I figured why not try some new spots, try to find some new little honey holes for the channel catfish. So yeah, let's try to catch some channel catfish. Got some mackerel chunked up right there. Let's get after it. So I'm curious, you guys can't really see me with this lighting. Let's go over here. I'm curious to hear anyone watching this video that likes to target catfish, what you prefer to use as bait. I mean, I've caught catfish on basically anything under the sun that can smell, from night crawlers to chicken, steak, hot dogs, caught them on, even like targeting carp with corn or dough balls. So I mean, I know they eat everything, but some baits in my opinion do work better than others. And one of my favorites, since I do spend a lot of time during the summer fishing the ocean and catching mackerel for live bait, I end up with a lot of frozen mackerel. I put like 5 or 6 of them in a little Ziploc bag, chuck them in the freezer, and I can chunk them up in these little like 1-inch little pieces, little cubes, whatever you want to call that bad boy right there. And these are really oily, put off a lot of smell, a lot of scent. And what I like about them is, even though they've been frozen and thawed out, when you put the hook through the skin on the top part, it stays on the hook very well. So you can go a couple of fish per bait if you're lucky, but also you can cast it super far. It's dense, so you don't have to use a lot of weight or any weight at all. I prefer to just kind of fly line them on just the hook, no weight at all, unless it's very windy or I'm fishing extremely deep. But as you can tell, I'm not very windy today, so just that chunk. Super natural when the catfish pick it up. They're not very likely to drop it. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys like to use. And as far as a setup, I mean, I just have 2 specific catfish rods. These are also just rods I like to use in the saltwater for like when kids come fishing on the boat or anything like that. With the 30-pound braid, I can tie on whatever leader I want, and these are great for catching like little barracuda, mackerel, calico bass, and it makes the fight a lot more fun for the kids. But these are my designated catfish rods. But it's just like a really inexpensive Savage Gear reel and Shimano Claris rod. I mean, you don't need anything terribly fancy in my opinion, but you just get the nice little rod holder, got the little bell on the tip there, and I just leave it in free spool, so that way when the catfish starts running, it doesn't feel any tension, and you'll just hear that bell start to chime, and you know you got a fish on. Broke me off in the tree. again. Keep wrapping me up in that tree, breaking me off. Might need to set the hook sooner. Got bit on this one too. Let's check this one. Chewed on it, but just grass. Got him that time. Jeez. That's why they're nice freaking catfish. Nice. Oh, finally landed one. There we go. It's my first catfish, targeting catfish in a long time. It's super fun fishing, especially when you don't have a lot of time to go try to figure out like a largemouth bass bite. Just throw a chunk of mackerel out there and hold on. Let this guy go real quick. Terrible release. Sorry, buddy. Later. The fish kind of bit me at the end there, so I dropped him on his head. My bad. I don't know what that was, but this deeper one keeps getting bit, and then whatever it is dropping it. I can't get a hook in it. Might be like a red ear slider, some type of turtle or something. Just grabbing the outside, not getting the hook. But as you can see, I got rid of that mono leader because those catfish were taking me straight into the trees like instantly. And even on 20 pound, they were breaking me off. Throw that one back out a little deeper. The first fish I hooked with the straight braid, this is 30 pound braid, I was able to pull out of that tree and land. So this lower light and dirty watercolor, obviously they don't really give a crap about the line, but this one has been getting bit more. I'm casting it super shallow. The further out one hasn't gotten bit as much. So they might just be cruising like a grass line, up and down, up and down. But I'm gonna keep this one in my hand because every time this one gets bit, they go straight into that log. There we go. Another nice one. Come on, buddy. Oh, talkative one. There we go, number 2. All right, see. Definitely not the most sporting thing in the world, as you just saw when you're fishing for, you know, 4-pound channel catfish on 30-pound braid. But like you saw earlier, those first 3 went straight into that bush and I couldn't get them out. So it's like, as soon as I set that hook, I have my drag pretty much buttoned to pull them away from there. It's just kind of the zone I'm fishing today, covered in trees and tree stumps and sunken logs and all sorts of fun stuff they can wrap you up on. It's actually the first time I've hooked catfish where they have intentionally gone into structure, like shallow structure, especially this time of year with the water colder. Normally they like to go straight out into deep water. So pretty interesting, but I mean, that's why you always got to be ready to adapt. But that straight braid is getting it done. There we go. All right, there's a bite. Nice one. How's that? Getting bit with the drone up? They're all like cookie cutter, like 3-4 pounders. That's number 3, baby. So cool. Such rad fish. Like I've said before, I do feel like catfishing is super underrated. A lot of fun, especially if you got you know, kids or people that haven't quite dialed in the bass fishing or don't have the patience for bass fishing yet. They bite pretty often, year-round. They fight pretty hard. Water on there. And it's just fun fishing when you just want to kind of chill and relax while you're drilling around, as you can see. All right, so I haven't lost a single fish since I went to the straight braid, compared to, I think I lost 3, maybe even 4 fish on the 20-pound mono. Every single catfish I've hooked, besides one, has gone straight into the trees. So I don't know what it is about this spot, but this catfish like swimming into those dang trees. But just a little Palomar knot. Pretty simple knot, easy to tie, very reliable, and just a little offset. I think they call that like an octopus hook. Some people like to use circle hooks, but in my experience, they swallow circle hooks just as often as the J hook, especially like if I'm sitting here watching it and setting the hook pretty quick on them. A lot of them do get it right in the side of the cheek, but I am retying after every fish because every one is like wrapping around the trees, going under logs, and I am getting, even with the braid, I can feel that it's getting all scuffed up. So it seems to be working though. They're not picky when it comes to the braid today. was a little nibble there. The bite slowed down considerably. I don't know why. Normally it starts to pick up as that sun sets, but might have just been like one school of catfish swimming through that I caught a bunch off of, because it was like a flurry of bites. But what I like to do is when I get a bite, I point the rod tip straight at the fish. That way the line flows smoothly off the reel. Obviously, the less tension the fish feels, the more natural the bait will feel, and the less likely it is for that fish to drop the bait. So as soon as I feel that bite, point the rod tip right at it, and I can feed it some line, close the bail, and set the hook. But again, this is the one that's been getting short bit pretty. Oh, there it goes. Might be another turtle. We'll see. So I'm just kind of feeding it some line. I'll deal with the bells later. Should be good. There we go. What the heck? I don't know if that was the fish I just hooked, or if that one's a completely different fish that was freaking out because I'm setting the hook. But yeah, like I said, they are really good at finding that freaking. Oh, he's still on there. The tail swirl. So there are schools of them coming through. That's so cool. So I must have spooked that one over there. But yeah, look at this. Like you just found a whole freaking tree down there. Come on, buddy. Stay on there. You on there still? I think so, maybe. There's a fish somewhere. Look at how much he wrapped in this tree. Get up there. It was freaking ridiculous. It's wrapped like 3 or 4 times around the tree and then back down here. That's ridiculous. What were you doing, buddy? I don't even know how to get this guy out of there. Look at this. Wrapped around there, through here, down through here, back around again, and then to the rod tip. That explains why I was getting broken off on the 20-pound, huh? Is that one getting bit? That one might be getting bit. Alright, there we go. Another nice catfish. This one looks like, I've been thinking about doing a catch and cook for catfish. This one looks like the size I'd want to keep. Nice and healthy, no real blemishes or anything. If you guys want to see that, leave me a comment down below. A little catch and cook catfish action. I've had catfish once in my life, and it was actually pretty good. Ironically, at Bass Pro Shops, the day I bought this hat. But yeah, just fried catfish was pretty freaking tasty, so might have to try one of these guys one of these days, but today is not that day. This guy's lucky he gets to live. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the tree that he wrapped himself up in. See you, bud. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up there, you guys. It turned out to be a fun little afternoon session. I was only out here for like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. The bite was really like in like little flurries. There must be just schools of catfish kind of cruising around outside the grass line. So, I mean, that's what's fun about catfishing. If you have the right bait and you wait long enough, they're gonna find you, right? They're not very stationary as far as sitting in certain spots. At least channel catfish aren't. So get out there, catch some catfish. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next one.